What's up, YouTube? Today's going to be a little bit of a different video. We're going to be out here at 79 Juliet doing some pattern work, simulated engine outs, maybe a couple normal landings, and we'll see if we can nail them.
South Alabama Regional Traffic Warrior 32876, taxi from T Hangars to active, South Alabama Regional.
Yeah, so today we're going to be just staying in the pattern. Got some crappy weather coming in. Don't really want to mess with that too much. But staying in the pattern, I'm working on commercial stuff. I haven't really rode with a CFI too much, so we're going to do some power off 180s. I don't know that there's really any standard way to do them. Other than, keep the airplane safe and try to land on your point. So that's going to be the goal for today. Not to do them perfectly, but to do them safely.
South Alabama Regional Traffic Warrior 32876, taking runway 11, going to be making left close for 11, South Alabama Regional.
We're not going to try to return to the runway before about probably 900 feet MSL. Really 1,000. All right. Full power, feet on the floor. There's 2350. We are charging. We have green. More aileron traction. Still in the green, still making good power. There's 50, 60, 65, 70, rotate. I'm out at 87, that is VY.
South Alabama Regional Traffic Warrior 32876, going to be left cross, one runway 11, making left close, South Alabama Regional.
Alrighty, so coming through 1,000 feet. I don't see anyone. We go to make our downwind.
South Alabama Regional Traffic Warrior 32876, left downwind runway 11, South Alabama Regional.
So yeah, currently in the downwind, climbing through 1200. Let my speed come up a little bit, but I should have kept climbing. All good, because we were on top of it. All right, pull the power back to 2,300 RPM. Doing 91, 92 knots over the ground. Do not see anyone. So there is the stripes. That's where we're going to be landing. Go do that. I'm going to pull one notch of flaps, turn a little bit, and shoot for 80 towards the runway. We do have the wind pushing us this way.
South Alabama Regional Traffic Warrior 32876, left downwind runway 11, but we're going to be making a braze turn now, so simulated engine out, making short traffic for 11. Touch and go, South Alabama Regional.
Bit of a long radio call there, but fine. All right, I'm going to scoot it on in here.
South Beach traffic, Spot 41 is taking off from the southern.
This one's definitely going to be way too close.
South Beach traffic.
And he said he's taking off. Yeah, we're going to be getting all we can out of our flaps here, going slower. Going to get to slip it too. Definitely should have waited longer. Hey, it's the first one of the day. I know if your engine did actually go out, you have one shot at this. But
South Alabama Regional Traffic Warrior 32876, short final runway 11, South Alabama Regional.
And there's going to be a helicopter just taking off. Coming this way. He's sidestepping that. That's great. Oh, wait, no, he's not. Is he? No, he's going the other way. My fault. Slip it in here. Slow it down. Get in ground effect and set her down. Alright, I could have put it down a little bit earlier, but I want to be a little bit easier on it. And his rotor wash is going to be blowing this way. Keep our speed up just a little bit just in case we encounter that. Yeah, he departed the totally opposite direction. Sometimes when they're coming at you or going away from you, it looks like they're doing more than they actually are. Coming through 700, 580, yeah, we'll turn left. Crosswind.
South Alabama Regional traffic, Warrior 32876, left crosswind, runway 11, making left close, South Alabama Regional. South Alabama Regional traffic, Warrior 32876, left downwind, runway 11, South Alabama Regional.
All right, this is a little bit of a wider pattern.
South Alabama Regional traffic, density 611 kilo, coming out of refuel, set up on Sod North, runway 11, South Alabama Regional.
Common through 1200. Yeah, like I said, you know, today's game is not to be perfect. To be safe and just learn my airplane better. I'm definitely open to constructive criticism in the comments, but if it's not constructive, don't say it. Or say it in a way that is constructive, you know. We're all out here, and I would love to hear some from people that have more experience than me. That's, you know, that's how you learn, and surrounding yourself with good people is definitely one of the best ways to grow. So I'm all ears. All right, we're pulling power because we're beam. Pulling watch it.
South Alabama traffic, Jockey 28 is single LUH, green in color, 10 miles to the east on final for the RNAV 29, low approach, South Alabama.
Love that green in color. A lot of what we're doing today too is being consistent.
South Alabama Regional traffic, Warrior 32876, making a short approach, runway 11, touch and go, South Alabama Regional.
South Alabama Regional traffic. Says 81 on the northern edge, taking off the northern edge, departing low level to the north, negative ECR, South Alabama Regional traffic.
So yeah, you know, just being consistent with what you're doing so that you can, you know, feel the airplane and learn what it likes and what it doesn't like. And I can't tell if this is going to be good or if I'm going to need power. I think it's going to be pretty good. Might be a little bit short though. I can't tell yet.
South Alabama Regional traffic, Warrior 32876, final runway 11, simulated engine out, touch and go, South Alabama Regional.
Yep. I would have been in the trees. Definitely not ideal, but I don't know. Dropping in over the numbers, that's for sure. Definitely not making the stripes. Try to get that third notch out so I can float a little further, but still smooth, but no, unfortunately not. Another thing to remember too is your when you're doing these, you can always have your power back if you need it. Obviously on check ride, not good, but we're just filling the airplane out right now. And if you ever were to actually lose your engine, you may or may not get it back. But
South Alabama Regional traffic, Warrior 32876, left crosswind, runway 11, and we'll be climbing up to 1300.
Roger, Warrior traffic, 1086 Lakota, off you here about 8 o'clock. I'm going to be departing to the northeast. I should be to your rear, and we'll be below you at 600.
Hey, firm, you guys have a safe flight.
You as well.
South Alabama Regional traffic, Warrior 32876, downwind, runway 11, going to be making left close, South Alabama Regional.
there's 1300, 23 RP, 2300 on the RP.
Kilo traffic inbound on the RNAV 29 in Andalusia. Are you guys going to be making a full stop or breaking off the approach?
It's a 4-mile final.
You follow traffic, Jockey 3 is 5 miles final, round the 18 for the low passage and departure to the west. You follow.
Jockey 28, are you guys going to be breaking off the approach or landing at Andalusia?
Kilo traffic. All right, I see him. I can beat him in, but I want to keep doing touch and go, so I'm going to be making a right 360. I don't have to. I could very easily keep doing what I'm doing, but
South Alabama traffic, Jokie 28, now 3 miles
There you are.
east, final for the RNAV 29 low approach, South Alabama.
low approach. Okay, it'll be fine. Just I don't really want to have a conflict here. No point.
South Alabama Regional Traffic Warrior 32876, going to left downwind for runway 11, but we're going to be making a right 360 for Kilo traffic on the RNAV 29, South Alabama Regional.
We'll just kind of do like a racetrack here and loop back around the approach end. Get to do our hold down one again. There he is. Yeah, we would have had plenty of time. I just want to keep doing touch and goes, and so.
South Alabama Regional Traffic Warrior 32876, be joining the left downwind for runway 11 on the 45. It's going to be touch and go for a illusion.
Fumble through that. Love to see it. Bringing it back in on this downwind. See if we can run it back. Yeah, I mean, that guy could be super experienced and he might not have heard me, but a lot of times, I mean, a lot of these helo guys with the military, they're bringing you in, put them in a sim, and then I don't know what I'm talking about, but I kind of know what I'm talking about. Bringing them in, put them in a sim, and then throwing them out in the real world and with an instructor, and I mean, from the street to seat, baby. I mean, some of them, as a fixed wing pilot, you have more experience than they do, just low time. So make room for him because they don't always know where they're going. And he might have way more experience than I ever thought about and just not heard me. But not trying to conflict. All right, midfield checks are going to be good. Again, just going through the flow. Holding 13 whenever that crosses on my wing. I'm going to count to about 2 Mississippi. 1, 2. Go ahead and pull. We're going to trim for 80. I don't see anybody out front. Go ahead and turn a little bit too. That wind blowing us. All right, so the first one, I just slipped really hard. The second one, I didn't make it. So maybe the third one's going to be Goldilocks. That's the goal here.
South Alabama Regional Traffic Warrior 32876, making short traffic rolling 11, simulated engine out, touch go. South Alabama Regional.
Go ahead and grab the second notch. This looks better than the last one. I don't know though.
South Alabama Regional Traffic Warrior 32876, we're final runway 11. Touch and go, South Alabama Regional.
I don't know. Coming over the trees. I think this might be green. We're low, but we're not slow. Lead off this airspeed. Hold it off, 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 let it touch. There we go. Alright, here comes 75. We're up. Still a green on the instruments. And we're charging. That was good. So I came over the numbers right about 80, held it off. I was still probably a little bit fast because ground effect and everything. So had I been like 77 maybe, it would have probably slowed me down to float through the numbers. But it's an ever-changing game that you're playing because, the elements, your airplane's lighter because of fuel, passengers, different things. CFIs are in here, CFIs aren't here. You're just getting to figure it all out. So, but I mean, that is the real world. Nothing's ever textbook. I've not been in too many, or really any, terrible situations.
South Alabama Regional Traffic Warrior 32876, left cross runway 11, making left close, South Alabama Regional.
But crap happens, and that's why you try to be prepared for it as best you can.
South Alabama Regional Traffic Warrior 32876, left downwind runway 11.
Push the nose over. Pull power back. All right, so our midfield's going to be checked. Like it. I don't see anybody on ADSB still. All right, pulling that out. Give it one notch.
South Alabama Regional Traffic, Warrior 32876. We're making a short approach, simulated engine out, runway 11. Touch and go, South Alabama Regional.
Second notch. Probably could just hook it around and get the third notch in too. Slow it way up. I don't know, I like being kind of high and then being able to slip. I think you can do that on your ship. I think that's allowed. But I just like having extra margin, I guess. You know, if your engine did go out, you can't really make more airspeed, but you can. But you have to sacrifice altitude, so got to be over the numbers about 75, even if I have to slip it. We're riding 73 right now, 72.
South Alabama Regional Traffic, Warrior 32876. For final runway 11, simulated engine out, South Alabama Regional.
Goes over. Coming to ground effect. We're a little bit off the numbers, so we're taking all we can get. I'm going to take this notch and flaps out too. I don't think we can load it. Nope. That was bad. That was really far off. All right. Well, we're just figuring it out. We're doing it safe. We're not perfect. All right, this one, I'm feeling good about this one. This one's going to be it. You know, maybe like 12th time's the charm. I don't know. We'll see. So midfield, we got mixture fuel rich, fuel pump on. Landing light's going to be on. Fuel proper tank. Got 23 more minutes on the right tank. Leave the carb heat off. So good to have a flow outside of checklists. I know most pilots probably do, but if you don't, do it. Someone screaming on freak. That's cool.
South Alabama Regional Traffic, Warrior 32876. Making left close. Going to be downwind the final short approach. Simulated engine out, runway 11, South Alabama Regional. South Alabama Regional Traffic, Warrior 32876. Short final runway 11, touch and go. Simulated engine out, South Alabama Regional.
All right, we need to slow way down. Way down. Way down. Try to work it on the ground.
South Alabama Regional Traffic, Warrior 32876. Left downwind runway 11, South Alabama Regional.
All right, 1,000 footers. Jump. This time I'm gonna try. I'm gonna take flaps out. I'm gonna snatch them last second. I'm just messing around. But realistically, I would be pitching for 85 if my engine did go out with no flaps, just so I could glide further.
South Alabama Regional Traffic, Warrior 32876. Left base, making short approach, runway 11. Simulated engine out. Touch and go, South Alabama Regional.
I don't see anybody. Nobody's over here. I'll pull flaps when I know I have the runway made. I know I have the runway made. Try to come over the numbers about 75-ish. There's 75, 74. There's the numbers. Probably gonna come up short on this one. I can hold it off? Possibly, maybe. Nope. Alright, well I tried something different. Didn't really like it. It's okay though. We're learning.
South Alabama Regional Traffic, Warrior 32876. Right cross runway 11. 29, sorry. South Alabama Regional.
Abbott's get you. Alright, I'm not going to stall the airplane, but lost my...
South Alabama Regional traffic order 32876. We'll be landing runway 11, simulated engine out, South Alabama Regional.
Also got to be careful, too, about stalling it. Because you're in that, bank turn.
South Alabama Regional traffic order 32876. Final runway 11, simulated engine out, South Alabama Regional. Enterprise traffic, Tree to Lakota 145. We are on a 6-mile final for runway 5, low approach only, Enterprise.
There we go.
South Alabama Regional traffic order 32876 on the go, making left close for simulated engine out, South Alabama Regional.
Enterprise traffic for 61536, 123, touching Enterprise.
Alright, we're going to do one more. Or we might just do one more regular one. It'd feel good to end on a better landing.
Airport vehicle is crossing the runway at Alpha 3.
South Alabama Regional traffic order 32876. Left base rolling 11, going to be making a short approach for a simulated engine out, South Alabama Regional.
I don't see anybody.
Enterprise traffic, K23 established left downwind runway 23. Enterprise.
Let me see you wheelie it.
He wants to see them wheelie it.
South Alabama Regional traffic order 32876. Left base to final runway 11, short approach, simulated engine out, South Alabama Regional.
And your boy's high again. Trying to get about 71. So 3 notches of flaps in. Slowly dropping. Trying to get a slip at 2.
Enterprise traffic, K23 turning base, runway 23, low approach only, Enterprise.
But I think what we can do is actually drop the nose over, pick up some airspeed, load it down in with the ground effect. There's 80. Got about 75 coming in over the numbers. Hit it.
South Alabama Regional traffic order 32876. Left cross on runway 11, South Alabama Regional.
There's power.
Enterprise traffic for 61536, final runway 23, touching Enterprise.
I don't really want that second notch of flaps yet.
South Alabama Regional traffic order 32876. Short approach runway 11, touch and go, simulated engine out, South Alabama Regional.
Alright, we're now like 70.
South Alabama Regional traffic order 32876. Final runway 11, touch and go, simulated engine out, South Alabama Regional. Enterprise traffic, Skyhawk 55 Golf, left base 23, be touch and go, Enterprise.
Like 80 over the numbers. Not using power, but it's there if I need it. There we go.
Enterprise traffic, 55.
Alright, I'm locked in now. There we go.
South Alabama Regional traffic order 32876. Left cross on runway 11, South Alabama Regional.
But I'm very interested to see what you guys would like to see more of.
Left crossing 1823, touching Enterprise.
Whether it's long cross-country flights, IMC stuff, which it's, for the most part, it's pretty good weather around here, unless it's like afternoon thunderstorms, and your boy's not flying in thunderstorms. So,
South Alabama Regional traffic order 32876. Left downwind runway 11, South Alabama Regional.
so yeah, I would love to hear what you guys would love to see more of. Whether that be, maybe I flew somewhere and took a trip and did something and recorded that, or maybe it's the flying part. Do you like the long, raw, unedited stuff, or do you like the fast-paced? It's all fun to me to record and make, and just YouTube for me is more about leaving some of my flights so that I can look back one day and be like, okay, well, I've come from the and that as a pilot, or this is what, one of my days looked like when I was 17, 18. I'm 18 now, but
55 Golf from the upwind, runway 23, be left closed.
and just really, I don't know. You forget so much about life, and always have these little moments of the days to remember. So, speed checks, we're good for flaps. Be pitching for 85. This is such a fun little airplane, though. I love the avionics, too.
South Alabama Regional Traffic Warrior 32876 for our final runway 11 full stop, South Alabama Regional.
Alright, here comes the third notch. We're about 87 now. Let's try to cross about 80. Or a little less. It's generally great.
Mac Crenshaw traffic, L21.
There's 76.
10 miles to the
75. Hold it off. We're going to make the 1,000 footers. There we go. A little bit of wind kicking us back up. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you'd like to see next in the comments, and I'll see you all in the next.